Come here, coffee. Ah, that's better. After I did the sugar challenge, check out my fail of a video that I did for that. I've been using like unsweetened milks in my coffee. I'm really starting to love the taste of bitterness. It tastes like how I feel when I have to deal with people. Welcome back to Radical Raspberry, where I make radical videos about self-improvement and holistic health. Today I'm going to share with you a beginner's guide of the law of attraction, but it's not just any guide. It's for a skeptic. It's for someone who doesn't really believe in the law of attraction. And if you've watched my previous video, I talk about debunking the law of attraction. I have some issues with the law of attraction. If you pressed on this video hoping for a guide that is going to restore your faith and make you feel hopeful within the law of attraction, this isn't the video for you. At the end of it, I will share with you what I think about the law of attraction. For the first half of the video, we're just going to get a little skeptical. We're going to get our thinking hats on because it's enough sleeping, enough zombie-like mind states, even within the spiritual community where we're just accepting what anybody is telling us and without seeing that there could be some problematic parts of the law of attraction. If you haven't stopped by here before, don't forget to subscribe before you leave and thumbs up this video because that really helps me out, and I like to know that, you know, you have thumbs. Thumbs are usable. Opposable? I was gonna say opposable and then usable. Usobala! Have you ever had someone try to sell you the law of attraction? If not, luckily for you, after this video, you're gonna have an advertisement that is trying to explain why the law of attraction is not working for you. Thank you, algorithm. Seriously, those advertisements have made me contemplate buying YouTube Premium. Oh, I remember a time before advertisements on YouTube, and then somebody uploaded a cat video and it went viral, and then advertisers saw where the eyeballs are, and here we are today with an ad 5 times a video. It's so annoying. I'm not going to try to sell you the law of attraction. The only thing I'm really trying to sell here is myself. Please subscribe. We're going to bring the law of attraction to the courtroom, and we're going to put it on trial, and we are going to examine it together. Okay, join me. I know what you may be thinking. Gosh, not another white, middle-class, blonde, avocado-eating girl coming up here telling me that the law of attraction changed her life. Because, girl, the lottery of birth changed your life, okay? Just imagine going to the underpassings of the highways in Toronto, where homeless people normally live, and walking around, waving around a golden lamp, preaching about the law of attraction, saying, I got all of this and you can too for only 3 installments of $3.99, and if you take responsibility for everything in your life, you can have this golden lamp too, and we can live happily ever after in the life of our dreams. How would you take that? Somebody coming up to you and saying it's your fault that you ended up in all of your crappy situations. Well, I'd grab their golden lamp, I'd hit them over the head, hopefully knocking some sense into them, and then I'd ask them what they're smoking and if I can get any. But of course, the law of attraction has an answer as to why some people end up in crappy situations and stay in those crappy situations. The law of attraction teacher says, even if we cannot change our circumstances, we can change our mindset because we are alchemists. We can bippity-boppity-boo our shregs into a blue, beautiful dress and a carriage if we simply believe we can. The law of attraction says that you are the reason for your reality. Not the bankers, not the politicians, not your parents, not the society that you're in, nor the Monopoly man. You might as well say that Peter Pan is more influential than Google. To me, the most interesting part of this is how do we find that fine line between taking responsibility for ourselves and asking companies to be responsible for the impact that they have on us? Because to me, it's very clear that companies and all of these other corporations and the setup that we live in society, those things impact the individual greatly, and we can't always just point the finger at ourselves because there's only so much you can do. Like, yeah, I can stop drinking from plastic straws, but that's not going to do as much. It's not going to do anything possibly if companies and corporations continue to produce them. Then is it my fault because I'm focusing on plastic straws and I'm the reason then that turtles are drowning? The law of attraction says don't focus on what you don't want. So if that's the case, then we should stop all this talk about systematic oppression, sexism, corporations exploiting their workers, fast fashion, because that means that we are then the reason why these things are happening because we're talking about them and we're focusing on them, but we don't want them, so then we shouldn't talk about them. Instead, we should just sweep them under the magic carpet and visualize a life of freedom and prancing and dancing in green fields, lollygagging and twirling in circles with deers. Sure, yeah, that seems like it. pretty decent world. That's what I hate about the law of attraction probably the most, is that it tells you that you're not supposed to talk about things you don't want, because if we're not able to have those constructive conversations, and if we're not able to point at corporations and companies and say, I don't want this, what you're doing is shady, we need to talk about this. If we're not able to look at each other, look at ourselves, and look at the issues and the problematic languages or the problematic actions and beliefs that we have and say, these are things that I don't want, I'm going to bring those to the light. If we're not able to do that, how are we really able to constructively grow as a species if we're just constantly ignoring things that we don't want? Under the law of attraction, you can have anything you want. That's the main selling point. Just picture it, visualize it, and feel it. Feel that you already have it within the now, and you will have it. Anything you want. If that's not what fairy tales are made up of, I do not know what is. Really, you can have anything you want. I know what you're thinking. Anything? So if I visualize myself with really big boobs, will I wake up tomorrow with 2 mountains on my chest? Or if I imagine a smoking hot man like young Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio, will they just pop into my room, like without clothes on? Is that how it works? Because if that's the case, like that should have happened already with the amount of fantasies that I have thought about and given energy to. Here is something almost as good as that. How about a giant plane landing in my backyard full of pad thai, with loads of peanut sauce in every compartment? Is that doable? Can we make that happen, universe? Because that would be epic. But you know what I really want? My plants to stay alive. I suppose there are constraints on everything, like freedom of speech, as in no hate speech. The law of attraction says what you are, you attract. If I am happy, then I'll just keep attracting happiness, and then I'll get more of the happiness that will make me happy, so then I will be happy. And then when I'm happy in that state, I'll attract more happiness, and then when that happiness is attracted to me, then again I will be happy, which will then attract more happiness. And then I'll constantly just be in this state of happiness, right? And then I guess that just means there's no room for sadness amidst this all, because if you're feeling sad, then you're going to attract more sadness, and obviously who wants more sadness in their life? So then I'll just be positive all the time. That seems easy. Just cheer up, right? That's not toxic at all. But I'm sure you know what happens when sadness gets muted. Everything goes inside out. A key part of the law of attraction is to remove knots from your speech. That the universe does not understand knots. That you can't say you don't want something. The universe just gets rid of the not part. Like if you say, I do not want this, the universe gets rid of the not and it makes it seem like you want that. The universe does not understand what shouldn't happen. That's why we have things like volcanoes and earthquakes and Trump as president and Crocs, bras, frozen yogurt, giraffes' necks, mosquitoes. Just so many whys. Like, why is a giraffe's neck so long? What kind of cruel joke is that? The person who came up with the "you want fries with that" question must have known about the law of attraction, because who really doesn't want fries with that? And if you say you don't want fries with that, the only thing that the universe hears is I want fries with that. So somehow, somewhere, you end up with fries. You literally cannot resist that question because the universe just doesn't comprehend you saying you don't want fries. It's genius. You don't realize how often you say you don't want something until you actually spend the day analyzing it. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be racist. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to work. I don't want to be cheated on. And I don't want fries with that. Surely these are things we don't want, so why are we focusing on them? The law of attraction tells us to focus on the opposite part, the more positive part. And this is a big note that I think anybody can take from it. I am happy to be healthy. I'm happy to be anti-racist. I have an abundance of money. I am working at a fulfilled job, and I do want fries with that. Adopting the law of attraction could potentially wipe out the need for mental health counselors. Imagine saying to your patient, you are responsible for your existence. Here's the golden lamp. Go on visualizing the life of your dreams, and you are good. Goodbye. And then you go off to Neverland and you never grow up. In conclusion, I do not believe in the law of attraction. Would that cancel each other out if there's 2 knots? Key part with the law of attraction, if you haven't learned anything about it and you genuinely pressed this video because you wanted to learn more about it, my apologies for disappointing you. You have to focus on the moment of saying, I am happy now, or I am financially secure now, like it's I am more than I want. If you're focusing on what you want, then you're just going to keep wanting that. You're to focus on already having that, which can be challenging because you have to try to believe that. That's something that I really like about the law of attraction, is it invites us to be more aware of the belief and our mind state of the actions and what is fueling the action. And then I think the action's a lot more powerful when we have this good belief about ourselves. But we can't just alone sit there and say, I am this, I am that, because you're not if you're not actually doing anything about it. I do believe in the power of our minds and the power of the individual, but I do think it's a lot more complicated than thinking happiness into existence. And if we really believe the law of attraction, then we risk becoming apathetic to the issues around us. Because if we focus on our oppression, under the law of attraction, we will get more of it. So then we should just ignore it and it'll go away? I do like that the law of attraction puts the power back into our hands by inviting us to take responsibility, because to me that's a lot more empowering than being the victim all the time. At the same time, others must be accountable for the actions that harm us. Yet, we must take action as well while inviting other corporations, other individuals to take action. That is my beginner's skeptic guide to the law of attraction. I'm sure it did not answer all of your questions, so if you have more questions about it and thoughts just about this whole thing, whether you completely believe in the law of attraction or not, do you think these critiques are valid, let me know down below. I would love to have a conversation about it, and thumbs up this video if you enjoyed. Right now, I'm imagining you moving your mouse over to that red button in the bottom right part of this video, and you're pressing on the mouse, and yep, you subscribe to my channel. Actually, I don't want you to press that red button. I really don't want you to press the red button. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching again, and as always, don't forget to think beyond and home.